it's not really going your way the way that you would prefer. Good morning. It is the 22nd of June, and I am very hungry. That's okay. So 22nd of June, very hungry. I just woke up. I opened my curtains and I have to go eat now. I have to go eat. But I have to do a vlog. It's Monday. It's filming day, you know what I mean? And I have to wash these things. I have to wash these things and I have to wash these slopes. I don't even know if I'm going to do that because the weather doesn't seem to I don't think the sun is gonna come out today, but we'll see. You know, thank you, Father, for your protection throughout the night. Thank you for this day. I bless your name. So I did lose 2 videos. I deleted 2 YouTube videos, 2 long form videos. I was supposed to edit them before uploading them, but just to cut the story short, I deleted those videos. And so now they're gone. All of my hard work gone. But I'm going to re-film them. But I was crying about it. And I was crying about a bunch of other things as well concerning my videos. At like 3 in the morning, I was crying about it. But I just choose to believe that everything is working in my favor. You know, regardless of what's going right or what's going wrong. Just having that mindset, like, oh, like, even though it's not really going your way, the way that you would prefer or like, you have to believe that it's not working against you, even if it looks like it is. You have to believe that it's still going to work out for your good. And that's what has helped me to not be worried about my YouTube and my videos and stuff like that. So just, I literally had to repeat like a lot of times, like, everything is working in my favor. Everything is working in my favor to bring about the blessings of the Lord that make rich and add no sorrow. So I had to say that, and it helped me to calm down. And I'm filming again, so it's not like I can't make new videos, but I did lose 2 videos. But that's okay because I'm filming another one right now, and so I should be fine. So yeah. Also, the last thing that I want to mention is the people that live life and they live life without God. I don't understand how you do it, because at 3 in the morning, when I was panicking about my YouTube videos, and I was crying and I was stressed and I was anxious. The only thing that I could think to do was pray. I just prayed. And I just asked God to help me and to calm me down and to help me not to be stressed and to help for everything to work out. Like, that's what I did. To like just calm down. I was crying out to God at 3 in the morning because of my YouTube. So the people that don't have God in their life, or they know God but they don't take him seriously, I don't understand how they survive. Or how they make it through life. With everything going on in life, we all know how life can get. And so, the people that don't have God in their lives to fall back on, to talk to, this, that, and the third. I cannot tell you like how they cope and how they deal with life. But I'm just like a god girl. That's what I do. Period. I'm laying here in my bed. I just edited the first 5 minutes of my... Are you kidding me? It's not zooming in. I just edited the first 5 minutes of my video, and I'm still in bed. I haven't gotten out yet because it is cold. It's cold. And I'm still hungry. I still have to go eat and stuff, and I'm like, oh, I have to get out. But I don't want to get out though. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to get out. Before I leave this bed, I want to talk about Sister Bettina. Sister Bettina is a song. It's a South African song, and a lot of South African people love that song. As soon as the song comes on, people just go crazy. It can be at an event, like a school event, or like maybe even weddings, or like birthday parties, and during the rugby games and the soccer games. When that song comes on, everyone is like, oh my goodness, I love the song, and then they go crazy. Then they start dancing and singing to it. I never understood the hype around Sister Bettina. As a South African girl, I never understood the hype. I still don't. Because to me, this Sister Bettina is not a bad song, but I just don't understand like why people are so obsessed with that song. Out of all the songs that have ever been produced in this nation by like South African artists, like why is that one in particular the one that everybody goes crazy for? I don't get it. I never understood like what, even when I was in high school, when that song would come on during like events, they would play every other song, like maybe a spring ball or something. When that song came on, everybody was like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. And I never understood like why. You know what I'm saying? It isn't a bad song, but it's just like, is it really that serious? Like, is it really? And so Sister Bettina, for me, it doesn't have me in a chokehold. And honestly, it never has. And it's never, I guess, going to. I just don't understand it. Like, I just don't understand like why. When the song comes on, you dance and sing to the song because everybody else is hyped about it. But it's like, if it wasn't for the people who are so hyped about the song, if it wasn't for the reaction of all of these people, it's like, would I even really care? I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm just being honest, like, and I know I can't be the only one. I'm not the only South African who feels this way about Sister Bettina. You know what I mean? So I'm doing everything but get out of this bed. I'm doing everything except leave this bed. The other thing that I want to talk about while I sit in my very warm blankets is, I remember when I was an au pair, when I was living in the US, in Memphis, and I worked for a black couple, right? And they were married, right? Obviously they were married. I mean, let's not say obviously, but they were married. But one of the things I realized and noticed very early on when I got there, literally from day one, from the first day that I landed, is that the dad was really toxic and mean. And he would be really mean to the mother, even when there was no actual reason to be mean to her. but he would still be mean anyway. Like she would say the simplest thing. Like, I'm not gonna, I don't really, she would say like, oh, remember that, you know, at that time they called me, do I mention this part? I'm not gonna mention that part, but like, she would say something very simple, and he would turn to her and he would respond in a very rude way, as if she had said something really, really offensive. It's as if like he had this hatred and this anger towards his wife. Obviously, I don't know them. I still don't know. I don't care to know them now because of the history that I have with these people. They're losers. They're losers to me. They're just like, I just even regret the fact that I matched with them and that I worked with them. Even if I had never met these people, I would have been okay with that. In fact, I wish I never came across them in the first place. But the thing that I'm gonna say is, what was I gonna say again? Yeah, the hatred and the anger that he had for his wife. Like, obviously, I don't know them, so I don't know their history. You might make an excuse to say maybe the wife was mean to him first or whatever, but I really don't think that woman was the problem. And I'm not going to sit here and say that she's perfect, because I have my reservations about her. She also has been, I guess, shady in my opinion, but I don't think that her level of her level of toxicity is as great as her husband's level. The man is worse, way worse than her. And the husband would just be really mean to his wife, like, for no reason. Literally, she didn't even have to say much for him to be angry. Like, the way that she would say something and then he would turn to her and then he would respond with so much anger, as if the anger had been storing up for a while or for a long time. It's the way that he would respond to her. It was like he was irritated by her. He was annoyed. Like, why are you talking to me? Like, why are you even sitting next to me? Like, why are you even here? Like, that's how he would talk to his wife. And he would try to kind of hide it. He would try to kind of act like he wasn't annoyed, but I'm very sensitive to energies. And I can read people really well. So it's like, bro, you can't fool me. Like, I'm not dumb. And I'm definitely not dumb enough to believe that you like your wife, even if you pretend to. Like, sometimes he would say, he would have days where he would praise his wife and he would be really kind of nice to her. But then it's like, bro, who are you trying to fool? Like, I know that you hate your wife. I know that you think your wife is annoying because of the way that you treat her and the way that you talk to her. Like, it's obvious that you don't like her, and then you ask questions like, well, then why are you married to her then if you don't like her? Like, why are you there? Why are you wasting her time? Why are you not allowing her to go free so she can be found by another man who does like her? You are literally blocking her actual husband, her second husband, her third husband, depending on how many times she's been married. But there's a man out there who would love your wife. There's a man out there who would not talk to her like that, who would not respond to her as if she's like a rat, or as if she's like a mosquito, or like a fly, because he talked to her like that, as if he was just like so agitated with her. And it's just like, obviously you don't like her, which means that you don't even really love her, probably. Actually, he didn't love her. He didn't love that woman, and he definitely did not like her. So it's like, well, then why are you there? That's one of the things that confuse me about men and their behavior. If you don't like the woman that you are with, and you are like, the way that man was rude to her, mean to her, like, why are you there? And then they try to act like they like them and they care and they love them, but like, we're not stupid, we can tell. A man in love and a man who actually likes his wife, as opposed to a man that does not, it's very obvious. It's literally like night and day. That's how obvious it is. So if you think that you are fooling people by all of these acts and all of these words that you say and the mask that you put on, we can tell. And the person and the wife too, like sometimes I would look at her and I would just be like, you can't tell that this man hates you. You can't tell that he hates you, that he can't stand your presence, that he doesn't really want to be around you at all, pretty much. You can't tell based off of the way that he talks to you and the way that he treats you, that you have no idea at all. Like, come on. Even though people say love is blind, or they say like you don't see it until you're out of it, and stuff, but it's like, maybe you can kind of give the person that grace, like, oh, maybe she's just blind to it. But come on, like, a woman has intuition. Even if you are blind to how bad the situation is, your intuition had to have told you something was wrong. You have to have seen the red flags and like felt like, oh, maybe they don't like me, maybe the man did something or said something that made you think, maybe you don't actually like me. I literally used to sit there and wonder, like, can she tell that this man hates her? And he disrespected her in so many ways. The thing that I'm saying now is nothing compared to the disrespect that he showed her. He would oh my gosh. My goodness. When I think of the disrespect that he showed to his wife, to her face, he disrespected her to her face. He didn't even care, like, to hide the disrespect or the disdain that he had for her. Like, he had no respect for that woman at all. And I would just sit there and wonder, like, is she able, like, are you aware of the fact that this man hates you? But then you just don't care. Like, you have that much of low self-esteem and no confidence, no self-love, and then you are just banking on the fact that maybe one day he will change, or you do, or like you are just entirely oblivious to it. Like, are you that? Literally, I questioned her level of intelligence. I thought to myself, like, you surely cannot be that dumb. You cannot be that stupid. And it sounds weird when I was like, bro, you can't be that dumb. You can't be that stupid to a point where you don't know at all that this man despises you. Okay, I think I look really weird now. Like, you can't tell at all that this man absolutely despises you. Like, there's no inkling, there's nothing. Like, I literally questioned her intelligence, and I was like, are you that blind and that dumb that you can't tell? Or can you see, but then you act like you don't see? I genuinely could not. At some points I was like, I can't tell the difference. But now I'm just going to assume that she did know that this man hated her. But then, because she didn't love herself, she's not leaving, she's not going anywhere. And she has a job, she has her own car. And so it's not like she can't, like, somehow find a way to get up and leave the man. I don't think she's forced to be with that man. The last time that I was around them, girl, it's like, girl, you can leave that man. If you really wanted to, you could have. And it was just sad and unfortunate to see, you know. And it's also sad because they have kids, and it's not a good example for the children to see their dad being like a terrible person to their mother. And the mother is weak and she has no backbone, and she's just taking all of the toxicity and doing nothing about it. And one time she was like, oh, she was talking to me about her spouse, and she said, you know, she was complaining about the siblings of her husband and how they all had problems. And then she said, no, but like my husband is okay, like nothing is wrong with him, like he's okay, he's one of those that are fine. And I just remember looking at her and I was like, are you sure? Are you really sure? Because from my experience, your husband is definitely a problem in this house. He is the most toxic person in this house. And I don't know his siblings, but judging from my experience with him, I'm just going to assume that he's probably the worst one out of all of the siblings. It doesn't matter how disrespectful, how toxic all the other ones are. I didn't meet any of the other siblings, but judging from my experience, I just assumed, no, your husband is probably the worst one. He's probably the most problematic and the most toxic one out of all of his siblings, judging from my experience. So it's like, are you trying to hide your husband's toxicity on purpose for whatever reason? Or are you just that blind to it? And I didn't need to be there for a long time to be able to tell that, no, your husband is a problem. He is a problem. In this house, he is the biggest problem here. You know? And so it's like, if you have no self-respect, no self-love, you accept stuff like this and you tolerate things like these. But if you do love yourself and if you want the best for yourself, then anyone who is disrespectful to you, who doesn't show you respect and kindness, who doesn't treat you like the queen that you know that you are, you will dismiss that person and you will not want to be around that person because you know that you deserve better than that. But if you don't think you deserve better, then you are going to tolerate nonsense. She was tolerating a lot of trash, man, from that man. And it was sad to see. It was really sad to see it. And I also have anger issues. So just like, if anybody ever treated me the way that that man was treating his wife, I would have been so angry. I don't have a lot of patience anyway, so I don't even have the capacity to really tolerate your rubbish. I don't. I just get up and I walk off. As fast as I possibly can, I block, I do whatever I can to dismiss myself from nonsense, because I don't have to tolerate, I can't even talk. I don't have to tolerate anything that I don't want to tolerate. But that man, literally, like, he was the biggest problem there. And one time I just remember thinking, if you weren't here in this house and it was just me and the mother and these kids, I would be so much happier if you were just not here. That's how much of a problem he was. And at least in my eyes, that's how much of an issue he was to me. You just wish he would just disappear and just not exist and just not be in that house for me to have more peace and to be happier there. And I was a guest in that house. I was a live-in nanny in that house. But just that, and just like, what else? So yeah, basically that's what I'm saying. Like, I would never be with a man who doesn't respect me, who doesn't take me seriously, who disrespects me, and who is mean to me and rude. You know what I mean? And again, how do I say this? I'm not going to say that part, but just know that I would never tolerate such behavior at all. By the power of the Holy Spirit, by God's grace, there's no way that I would ever accept a man being rude to me and being mean to me, or raising his voice, or calling me out of my name. I mean, I'm not saying that he did those things to her. I never saw him really raise his voice at her. I never saw him call her out of her name. But, you know, just like general things that men do that are disrespectful to women. I'm not going to tolerate this behavior because I actually love myself. And it's just like, I need to be respected. I need to be taken seriously. I need respect from a man. if I don't have respect from you, if I feel like you don't respect me, then there's nothing that would ever come out of anything between me and that man. We will never have anything going on. And even if we did have something going on, it would end immediately when I, immediately realized that no, you don't respect me actually. Because you can't have a relationship that is healthy with a man who doesn't respect you. You cannot. Literally, you can't. And so, and that man, he was a narcissist also. Definitely, that's what I was able to pick up as well. Which is part of the reason, which is the reason why he was so toxic, because he was a narcissistic individual anyway. And she was more of like, I guess, the empath in the relationship and the one with no backbone and stuff. So yeah, now I have to go eat. Period. This video that I'm filming is almost 30 minutes long. So I feel like this is gonna be the end of like the video now, but I have to film another blab session. I have to film another blab, and I will be doing that after I'm done, like, cleaning and all the other stuff, and eating and freshening up and stuff. Then I will do, oh my gosh, I look very crusty, very, very crusty, but I have to do that, and then I will film the blab either in my room or in the extra room. Seminar. My mom bought a whole packet of these things, and unfortunately I can't drink these. I tried to drink one, but I found out why I can't drink coffee. It's because it causes like pains in my heart. I get sick when I drink coffee. Decaf coffee is better than the... I can't drink coffee with caffeine at all without getting sick. But even... So it's only the decaf coffee, but still, like, I can't drink this. I tried. I couldn't do it because it causes pain in my heart. That's what it does. I don't know why, but coffee doesn't like me, so I can't drink this.